The traditional start to the British summer of tennis had a distinct new look this year, as London's Queen's Club unveiled a new title sponsor and a distinct new colour scheme.
With a change of sponsor, with AEGON coming in this year, we have a different colour, and the blue is very dramatic, and the feedback's been incredibly positive.
The AEGON Championships once again hosted a very strong lineup, with 4 of the top 10 in the world in the main draw, all keen to find their grass court form before the year's 3rd Grand Slam. And there was another first this year, as world number 3 Andy Murray became the first British player to be the top seed at this prestigious tournament. Murray's previous best result at Queen's was a quarter-final appearance 12 months ago, and he quickly made light work of trying to better that this year as he cruised past Italy's Andrea Seppi in the second round and Spain's Guillermo Garcia Lopez in the third to set up a quarter-final meeting with America's Mardy Fish. Fish is much more adept on a grass court than either of Murray's previous opponents and was expected to provide a tougher challenge. But the top seed was once again in imperious form, dropping only 5 points on his serve as he won 7-5, 6-3 in an hour and 10 minutes to advance to his first ever grass court semi-final. Murray's opponent in the last 4 was former world number 1 Juan Carlos Ferrero, the Spaniard proving he is just as adept on the grass as he is on the clay, and knocking out 11th seed Paul-Henri Mathieu on his way to a semi-final showdown with Murray. Ferrero had never played against the British number 1 before this match, but quickly got a taste of the world number 3's power as he was broken in the opening game on his way to losing the first set 6-2. Murray had chances to break again early in the second, but Ferrero clung on and began to make a match of it. However, the 7th game proved to be critical, Murray upping his level to grab the crucial break. And that was enough for Murray to seal a 6-2, 6-4 victory and remain on course to become the first British winner at Queen's in 71 years. AEGON's new sponsorship deal does not stop at the naming rights for the tournament. As the new lead partner for British tennis, they are heavily involved in the development of the sport, from grassroots level right up to the major championships. And this was evident throughout the tournament, no more so than in a clinic run for some of the AEGON future stars and hosted by the Bryan brothers. Back in the singles draw, second seed Andy Roddick's quest for a 5th title at Queen's got off to a great start, as he eased past Christoph Fliegen to set up a 3rd round meeting with another multiple title winner, Leighton Hewitt. With 8 titles between them, this was always going to be a close-fought encounter. And it proved that way, with both sets going to a tiebreak. But on both occasions, it was Roddick who was able to up his level at the crucial moment and secure a 7-6, 7-6 victory and a place in the last 8. And the Americans' quarterfinal proved to be just as close, Roddick seeing off the challenge of big serving Ivo Karlovic by the same scoreline in a match featuring 50 aces. Roddick's semi-final opponent was his compatriot James Blake, who'd seen off 14th seed Mikhail Yuzhny in the last 8 to set up a rematch of the 2006 semi-final. Blake was victorious on that occasion, and this match proved to have a similar outcome, although not in the way that either player had hoped for. Early in the opening set, Roddick rolled his ankle on the edge of the court while racing back to retrieve a lob, and was forced to retire a few games later so as to avoid any further damage, handing his fellow countrymen a place in the final. So there was to be a new champion at Queen's, and for Murray or Blake, one of them would get their hands on the prestigious trophy. The other would have to make do with the brand new runners-up trophy, designed specifically for the AEGON Championships by art student Haruka Usui, who earlier in the week took the time to visit the tournament and show off her magnificent trophy. With the weight of expectation on his shoulders, Andy Murray took to the centre court for the final against James Blake. The American had won their only previous meeting, but they'd never met on grass. And after some tense early exchanges, it was the top seed who made the initial breakthrough, breaking in the 11th game and then closing out the first set 7-5. The second was just as tight, as Blake pushed hard to take it to a decider. But he was found wanting in the 7th game, as Murray upped his level just enough to secure the crucial break. And moments later, the world number 3 served out the match, winning 7-5, 6-4 to claim his fourth title on the ATP World Tour this year and end a 71-year wait for a homegrown winner of Queens.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Murray.